In this PPT, we are going to briefly discuss about the use of the Java XL for the creation of the user interface. Normally, Java FXL is like a UXL language, which mostly look like an HTML, which uses tags for the design of the user interfaces and for the representation of the UI elements like the buttons, labels, or layouts, whatever. So this will make easy to create and understand the interfaces without writing the complex Java codes, which we usually adopt to create a user interface using JavaFX. So when it comes to the, it will allows us various range of the styling of the user interfaces rather than the normal JavaFX. And the main concepts will be goes like declarative UA designs will be the because we can describe what the UI should be look like, not know how to build it. More than how we are building it, we can describe our demands, and mostly it will be similar to the XML based. As I mentioned earlier, it will be similar to the HTML based, which will make us easily readable and understandable. And the main key benefits of using FXML will be better maintainability because designers and as well as developers can work it separately, faster UI development because we are using less code and more clarity will be there. And tooling support, you can design it in visually with scene builders with the help of the scene builders. And the structure of the XML will be look like one root element will be there. The main control will be mostly VBox or border pane, etc. The nested element of UA will be the attributes, for example, login, or for example, we are using FX ID as the username. And as like mentioned at the beginning, we are using the CSS styling in the Java FX. Just like some website uses CSS for the better design purpose and sort of things, JavaFX also supports CSS based styling. And for example, if you want to create a button label, whether it could be login button, we in those all contents we use a CSS styling purpose. Then structuring complex UIs, modular FXML. When I come to the structuring complex UI, we will break down the small FXML files. We are not going to work on an entire large project. We will break down the small FXML files. Now, how FXML will connect with the Java code? Because each FXML language files can connect to a Java class that contains the logic behind the user interface. For example, FX controller will be there, declares which Java class is the controller or which Java class need to be accessed, and at FXML will be used to access the FXML elements within the Java class which we are using. And on action, for example, method name on action will be called the Java method when a button is clicked. We'll take in a real-time example. We will simply creating a simple login form in which one username will be there and the password, and the column is mentioned for it for us to enter the data. So the hash fields as username, password, and there is a login button and link to a control that handle the button clicks. Okay, what it will do, it will collect the username and password, check whether they are correct, and display the message like login successfully or invalid credential if the login is not when as per the demand. Uses the scene builders for easier layout of the building, and they keep the FXML which we are using very clean and focused. And FXML separate UI from logical interpretation, and as a nutshell we can tell that the CSS helps with better design, use controller for the logic and handle errors, break larger user interface to the modular part. So what will be the limitation for this? We cannot implement this method for the larger projects. That appears to be the one of the major limitation.